As-salamu alaykum, Sayyidi.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
In one of the books, it talks about how imagination is not the same as visualization. Can you please elaborate?
Yeah. The imagination is not the same as visualization. Yeah, because the visualization is that you visualize the Shaykh is in front of you. So you put the coordinates and I'm going to sit, I'm going to meditate, my Shaykh is in front of me. I don't need to see him with my eyes, I go, I can't see your face, I can't see your face. I always came with humility that who am I to even see your face? I'm nothing but I know that you're in front of me and that I just want to breathe and fill me with your light, Sayyidi, fill me with your light, fill me with your light. I would do my zikr, do my awrad. Later in stages when I was strong with that I said that, Sayyidi, dress me from your light, dress me from your light. Ana abdukal ajizu da'eefu miskeen zalim I'm nothing that I don't want to exist, that your light to fill me. And then when that light fills me, take me into the oceans of power. And then my zikr, my breathing was only trying to keep that dress upon myself and enter into the breathing oceans of power. And the only visualization was an ocean of power like lightning, that I wanted to enter into that light, to be dressed by that light and breathe from the energy of that light. Now shaitan won't let you alone. So as soon as you close your eyes and want to meditate, here comes the jubba. Oh look, they're bringing something. Oh here comes a cane, here comes some chocolates from heavens, here whatever it is that's coming, that's called the world of imagination. Because every imagination is coming, good and bad, because they may be playing with you too to see what is it that you want from us. You want the chocolates? You want this box? You want this jubba? What is it that you want from us? Or most likely it's shaitan saying, give him a chocolate, give him some swords, give him a jubba, make him feel very powerful, make him feel very he's attained immense realities. So that has to be negated. So even in the ocean of annihilation there's an annihilation. So continuously saying, I'm not in need of these things, and continuously keeping the focus. So as imagine you're driving to a destination and every 5 minutes you want to stop the bus and get off for sightseeing. You'll never arrive at the destination, the gate will be closed by the time you get there. Means your life will have ended and you entered into the oceans of hallucinations. And that's why Naqshbandiya would grow a different way. All other tariqas you would come, do 2 zikrs, all of a sudden you were seeing everything because the shaykhs were weak. And they would open everything for people, and 2 minutes the guy's sitting there, he starts seeing things, he doesn't ever come back to zikr because he thought he reached like highest levels of hallucinations, and they began to hallucinate more and more and more and had the worst of character. Naqshbandiyatul Aliyah is that Mawlana Shaykh Abdul Faiz Dagestani would explain that way, is that no more. They come, they sit into the zikr, they ask permission from Prophet that if anyone comes to our tariqah through our name, grant us the permission to grant them from our station, but close all their veils. So as soon as they would sit into the tariqah, sit in the association for 5 minutes, Shaykh Abdul Faiz Dagestani would take them, all of them, all whom are watching, take their soul to his maqam. And immediately they're in that maqam, dressed from that reality, you don't have to worry about achieving anything now. You're at that dress. All they want from this point is then you dig down, dig through your bad characteristics. That's why all your meditation is to make the connection and start going through all the bad characteristics. You take a hisab that, why I'm like this, why I do like this, why I have this character, why I have this desire, why I have all of these things. Clean those with the connection to the Shaykh, and that's all they have to worry about. They don't have to worry about, I want to see this, I want to go here, I want to go there. Take that all out. That's why people who email and say, I saw this, I saw that, or I had this dream, I had that dream. They're not interested in these things. These are like a Disneyland and a hallucination land. If you give too much power to that, it will overtake the servant. and they become in immense difficulty where they can no longer distinguish between the hallucination and the reality. This is not about that, this is about reaching to the ocean of power. And you know when you reach, because it's no longer hallucination. When you hallucinate you can think right now, I could have 5 guys sitting next to me think that they got jubbas from Prophet, they got swords, they got lights, they got rings, all of that. But if one of you reach to the ocean of power, he's going to feel the power. Every time he makes zikr his hands are on fire, his entire being is like lightning and he starts to heat and sweat. There's no hallucination, he's dressed with power and more power until his being is emanating power. But what is a hallucination going to do? That you got this, you got that, you got… so then you see you have this box that opens up for nothing. That's the dangers, that you're collecting these things thinking, oh I got this box of what? What are you going to do with these boxes of this? What you should be reaching towards is an ocean of power that as soon as you meditate you're lit, you're like a sun that just ignited, like fire coming out. If devils can see, they see like a lightning coming out of you, they can bring their soul out like a lightning into the room and move it around. So it means that's what's important, is to reach to what's real for us, which is power. That power when it dresses the servant, its byproduct is knowledge. Because there's so much power dressing them that what comes from their mouth is just knowledges, kalams and words that are flowing because of the qudra and the energy that's dressing them. But a box of imaginary secrets is for what? What would you do with it? When you go to fight shaitan, it's hold on. Okay now, it's not going to do anything, it's imagination. So the box of imaginary gifts is not going to be of any benefit to anyone. That's why Mawlana Shaykh would just ask for ocean of power. Negate everything but reach to the ocean of power until you become lit and hit with that ocean of power, and it becomes intensify until they begin to be burning. And that's why you would read the stories of awliya that as soon as they would enter into a zikr they would run, their clothes were burning, they would run into a river and the whole river would start to boil. Because of the energy that was coming from them of a heavenly nature, they actually had to put themselves into a cold water not to burn their flesh, and it would heat up the water going down. There was one even from Dalal Khairat, he would recite Dalal Khairat, the awliya put his foot into the water, everybody was having like a jacuzzi down the stream of hot water just from the foot of that wali reciting Dalal Khairat in the water, because they reached an ocean of power. The ocean and the qudra that dressing their soul is the only thing of need in this time, not an ocean of imagination that nobody can do anything with it. Now imagine 50, 60, 70 people whom reach to an ocean of power, what type of force that is when this shaitan start to come. That's what's important, is to reach to this qudra and to reach to this energy, inshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Walaykum salam.
Does the breathing exercises push out the demons? For example, when feeling the light come towards us and into our hearts?
Does the breathing exercise do what to demons? I lost that word.
Push out the demons.
Yes, definitely. That's why only these energy practices, that when you're breathing and connecting in madad, and whatever negativity is inside me, it's like an electrical charge. So I have a negative charge inside of me. Forget about demon, just say negativity. As soon as I sit to meditate and contemplate, make the madad, it's like connecting into a heavenly power plug. As soon as I connect into the heavenly power plug and begin to breathe, the energy you're bringing in is pushing out. They're not sitting there waiting for you to, oh no, that's very nice, thank you, and to welcome it. That's why they tell the people, no, don't do the meditation now. They have a very difficult time to ever sit and to actually make the connection, because the negative force within them won't ever let them sit to make the plug-in. But when somebody has control over their negativity, they're continuously plugging in, because they don't have a negative force saying no. As soon as they sit in peace, they're back into their contemplation, being charged by energies. As soon as you breathe and being charged by energy, what's happening? You're pushing every negativity out. until you become again something lit, filled with energy, and wherever you go you're pushing out that energy even from people. So when you push out all your negativity, imagine then that light in the proximity of other people. That light also then goes into other people and pushes out all their negativity. And they don't have to be only in the proximity, but anyone hearing and seeing them is calling for their energy and their light, and that light comes again to Qul Ja'a al-Haq. That say when the truth has come, falsehood has to go, and falsehood by its nature zahuqan is perishing. Means that which they have of negativity is not something solid, not something to be worried about, that Allah's superior power is nothing in comparison to that. So as soon as they watch the zikr, listen to the zikr, associate into the associations of the zikr or sohbats and teachings, it's the haqq from Allah from the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad through all the Sahabi and Ahlul Bayt to the shaykhs and coming out. So then that truth comes, of course every falsehood will be destroyed and perishes. Falsehood by its nature is perishing, means it's not something sustainable to sit and stay forever. It has no way against the truth. But the falsehood tells you, don't watch tonight, no, don't turn it on, don't go, no, go do this, go do that. But it can't fight the truth, it just tells you not to sit with the truth or get you angry before the truth is about to do something. So that's why to can shut your satellite down and let me keep you to myself nice and angry, so that you didn't get the dress of what was coming from Allah through the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad through a satellite broadcast. Every time these associations go out as if you got a tweet from the heavenly kingdom that the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad is about to address the nation. And then these come out through all these shaykhs who are representing that. This is an address from the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad. So imagine then its dress, its power and its majesty that hits upon the soul. And shaitans don't want that, that's why the views are not like when a shaitan talks all of a sudden 500,000 views, because the shaitan is doing to all his people, tune in, and everybody tunes in. When the heavenly goes out, the shaitans tell everybody, tune out, cut the internet. So it's a big difference.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.